can you explain the significance of the coin in the fish mouth, which Jesus picked up to pay the
Matthew 17,
temple?
24 to 27.
Yeah, I just wondered why the coin in the fish mouth. What's the significance?
Significant? I love you, brother. Peter's a fisherman.
Yeah, that's
right?
that's what's
Who's
obvious.
connection? Peter's a fisherman, right?
Yeah.
He's referring to this, Matthew 17, 24, 27. When they came to Capernaum, those who collected the 2 drachma tax came to Peter and said, does your teacher not pay the 2 drachma tax? Now, according to our Bible, Jesus is who?
The son of Yahweh.
Okay, and so if he's the son of the Father, is he also Yahweh or no?
Yes.
Okay, and who owns the temple?
Yahweh himself. It's his own.
So is Jesus Yahweh?
Yes.
And he owns the temple, right?
Yeah.
And yet they're demanding of the owner of the temple to pay tax to the temple that he owns.
Yeah.
Okay, do you understand now the point? Or no, because I want you to unpack it. Now notice, they're demanding of Jesus, every Jew is obligated to pay the temple tax. So you're a Jew. Do you think you're exempt from it? Yeah, because I own the temple. You're paying me, but you don't recognize who I am. So this is the irony. What's the irony? The irony is they're asking the God at the temple, who's now appearing in the flesh, to pay taxes to the temple he owns when the taxes are for him, right?
Yeah, okay,
That's why he says to Peter the following. He said, yes, when he came in the house, Jesus spoke to him first saying, what do you think, Simon? From whom do the kings of the earth collect tolls or taxes? From their sons or from strangers? In other words, if I'm the son of God and I'm the heir of God, and this is my father's house, then it's my house, right?
Yeah.
Will the father take taxes from his own son?
No, not if he charges.
Yet these idiots want me to pay tax to the house that I own because I'm the heir.
But they don't recognize him as the heir.
Yeah, they don't recognize him. But another thing you probably didn't catch. Notice, Peter wasn't with Jesus outside when they asked Peter, does your teacher pay the drachma tax? But Jesus already knew what they asked him because he spoke first before Peter told him why he was there.
Because he's omniscient.
Okay, caught it now, the divinity of Christ? Peter was coming to tell him, Lord, they want us to pay the drachma tax. Before Simon said a word, Jesus already knew what he came for. Do you see it?
Yeah.
When he entered, Jesus spoke to him first. How did Jesus know what Simon was coming to ask?
The same way he knew about the one brother who sat under the tree, which convinced him that Jesus is God.
Or he knew what they're thinking in their hearts, that is saying he was blaspheming. Okay, so now notice Jesus is unveiling his divine identity. All right, now look how deep it goes. Simon, from whom do the kings of the earth collect tolls or taxes? From their sons or from strangers? When Peter said from strangers, Jesus said to him, then the sons are exempt. So if you're a son, you don't pay taxes, right?
Yeah, for free. Can enter.
But lest I cause them offense, because if I don't pay the tax, they're going to think I'm a lawbreaker, that I'm sinning against God because I'm breaking the law. Even though I'm the God who gave the law and I'm the God who owns the temple, nonetheless, they don't know who I am. However, so that we do not offend them, go to the sea and throw in a hook and take the first fish that comes up. When he opens his mouth, you'll find the stater. Take that and give it to them for me and you. Now, notice Peter's a fisherman, right?
Yeah.
So what the Lord is saying is, not only am I aware that the first fish you catch, and by the way, till this day, in this area of Capernaum, there are fish that you'll find with stuff in their mouth. That's why they're called St. Peter's fish. If you Google it, guys. What? Go ahead.
They like glittering stuff and
yes, like you'll find corks and coins in their mouth to this day. They're called St. Peter's fish. When people fish in this area, they find fish with things caught in their mouth, debris. It's called St. Peter's fish. Guys, confirm and Google it so you don't think I'm lying. So the Lord is not only showing that he's even aware of marine life. He's not just aware of a human zoo. He's fully aware of everything that takes place in creation because he even oversees, preserves marine life. He's the one sustaining the sea. He's the one sustaining the life in the sea. He's the one sustaining the fish in the sea. He's the one sustaining marine life. So he's aware of what all the fish and the sea animals do in the sea because he's sustaining them. And he's aware that fish that he's going to catch has the coin. It shows his sovereignty over all creation. But it also shows the third element. You know what the third element is?
I'm just wondering about his age, because Peter and Jesus had only to pay, and the others are younger, so they can enter free.
No, it's not that. That's not the point. It's just saying that Jesus is going to pay for Simon, Peter, and him because they asked Peter about his master. So he said, okay, I'm going to do you a solid. I'm going to pay for you and me. But no. What's the third thing you learned? You guys confirmed, right, Gary? Yep. Mango tilapia. I don't know how to pronounce it. Tilapia. That's the fish. It's called St. Peter's fish. Go check it out. All right, now, the third thing you learn. Not only is God aware that the fish contains a coin to pay his taxes and Peter, but it's trying to show you that even animals recognize who their creator is and pay him tribute, and that they're willing to pay his taxes.
Yeah.
You understand the irony here? The irony is
the animals obey, but humans who are much more smarter don't.
Exactly. My creatures, even the marine life, recognize who I am, their creator. And in recognition of who I am, they go out of the way to pay me tribute, show me honor, and they're willing to pay my taxes for me. And yet human beings don't recognize who I am as I stand before them.
Yeah.
See the irony here? It's similar to Jonah and the whale. When God told Jonah to go to Nineveh, he ran. But when he commanded the whale to swallow up Jonah, immediately it obeyed. And when God commanded the whale to vomit Jonah, immediately it obeyed, showing that even a marine animal shows more faithfulness, common sense, and obedience and fear of God than Jonah. Because when God commanded that marine animal to swallow Jonah, he did without hesitation. And when that marine animal was told to vomit Jonah, he did without hesitation. And yet Jonah is supposed to be smarter than an animal, is so stupid enough that he thinks he can disobey God and run away from him. The book of Jonah, right? Same principle. So here's the Lord showing, right, that even marine life, even animals know who I am. They know I'm the creator, the sustainer, and they know enough to then honor me as such and revere me as such, to the extent that a fish will go out of its way to pay tribute to me and honor me by paying my taxes. Even the waves and the wind recognize who I am, because when I told the winds, be still, it obeyed me and went silent.
Yeah.
Right? Remember when they thought they were going to drown, and Jesus says, quiet, be still, and immediately the waves and the wind died down?
Yeah.
Because what's that supposed to show? All creation, with the exception of humans, recognize Jesus, that he's their God, sustainer, and preserver, whereas humans, who are supposedly smarter than inanimate objects, smarter than animals, failed to recognize the glory of Jesus. Here it is. That's why they were shocked. Mark 4, 35 to 41. Right here. And on that day, when evening came, he said to them, let us go over to the other side. And leaving, this is also in Matthew 8, but I wanted to use the Markan version. This kills me. Leaving the crowd, they took him along with them in the boat, just as he was, and the other boats were with him. And a great windstorm arose, and the waves were breaking into the boat, so that the boat was already filling up. And Jesus himself was in the stern, sleeping on the cushion. They got him up and said to him, teacher, do you not care that we are perishing? He woke up and rebuked the wind and said to the sea, silence, be still. The same words he said to the demoniac in Mark 1, be still, come out of him. And the wind died down and became perfectly calm. So even the winds and the waves recognized the voice of the Creator and obeyed him immediately in the presence of disciples, which caused them to freak out. Because look what they say. And he said to them, why are you so cowardly? Do you still have no faith? and they became very afraid and were saying to one another, who then is this that even the wind and the sea obey him? So there you go. So you have one more question, brother? Let's answer that final one for now. And you can come back when I do another Q&A.
I can come back later. It's
you sure?
Quite enough for this. Yeah, I need to wrap my head around the next ones.
Okay. Good. Then wrap around and come back. Maybe tomorrow I'll do another Q&A. You can come and ask me, brother.
Okay. Thank you.
Lord bless you.
Very helpful. God bless you too.
Superb questions.